I don't even want music. I don't even want music for the background. I have a couple of announcements to make tonight. First of all, it's going to be one of the shorter shows. Had to get that out the way. You know, I've always been one to fight the good fight, but it's getting tough. I saw social media today. This is no longer going to be a show for snitching. There will be no more snitching. There is no more snitching. Crushing us. Now, I know you're joking. A huge miss. A huge miss. Not what is it? What was this? Not this again. What did he put? Tonight was the first time that I thought I could really use some time off. And I don't mean time off. I mean time away, like away. I mean, are y'all putting stuff like that for attention or clicks and views? I mean, are you addicted to complaining? Missing when you have one of the best classes you've ever had? Missing again? Missing again? One of the best classes ever. Yeah, it might be time for me. I think I've carried the weight and responsibility. I've done my fair share. I've done my part. Yeah, yeah, that's an aloe vera plant. I don't even know if this sounds right anymore. Does that even sound right anymore? Does that sound does I mean, does that even sound enthusiastic anymore? Mom's Kelly feeling better? I mean, one of the best classes ever. But again, I try to be forgiving, but then sometimes I have to remind myself that we were number one in the country, and all people talked about on social media is we're waiting for the late season swoon of Chris Mack. We were number one in the country. And this is the same people that said Rick Pitino couldn't do this and Rick Pitino couldn't do that. And it's time for Rick Pitino to go. And again, it's okay if you didn't defend Rick Pitino. That's not the point. But it came to the point where you were just picking apart all the good, like anything good he did, it didn't matter. You were only focused. You were only focused on the negative, and you argued with all the people about all the negative, and you never took a second to say we have one of the best coaches in history, and you have to protect people like that at all costs. You have to protect people who can give you top 5 classes. You have to protect your university when you have dudes that can do things that just can't be done by anybody, not just anybody. That's what spoiled is. You were lucky to have 2 Hall of Fame coaches for a total of 50 years in your program. That was fortunate. That was lucky. But sitting around on social media when you got the number 5 class in the country talking shit about losing a Not even in your first season. I had my friend, one of my best friends, did not even know that we had gotten a decision, an NCAA decision. And he's a sports fanatic. And he didn't even know that Louisville wasn't still under that cloud. He didn't know a decision hadn't been handed out. You're already at number 5 in your first cloud-free year. Steve was telling me there's a national writer, and his top 5 things that he's looking for is a Sky Clark Trenton Flowers backcourt. A national writer is saying one of the 5 things he's looking forward to most next season is a Sky Clark Trenton Flowers backcourt. And people think the most important thing is to chip and snipe and 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 cut and chide at Kenny Payne. Listen, you don't deserve any more inside information on any recruits. If you let that be what Twitter becomes, you don't deserve to know anybody they're recruiting. Because no matter what, you're ensuring it's going to be a negative story. If you spend one day celebrating a recruit we get, and all the other time, you better get this guy, you better do this, you better do that, you need to do this, you need to do that, and you spend one evening celebrating a recruit. You spent one evening celebrating a top 5 player. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I'm not gonna get worked up. I'm not gonna curse. Today literally has me like I may need some time away. Right. Kenny Payne just signed up to go to Madison. You don't think that's gonna that I mean just recruiting. What's it called? The Empire Classic? I mean, he's getting us in top tier. We're gonna be up there with UConn in Madison Square Garden. What are we doing, y'all? What are you trying to do? Are y'all trying to destroy us? Are y'all God, I thought this was a place to be happy. Are you trying to destroy what we're doing? What do you want? What do you want? Does arguing and complaining make you happier? Have you decided in your brain that there's nothing he can do outside of winning a championship is going to bring you any day happiness? You'd rather, if you didn't like them, these people would rather just be right. Maybe, maybe I just don't got what it takes. And here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. I was explaining this to a friend earlier, right? Here's the thing. We've been doing this. We've been doing this. I've been trying to educate, and I've been trying to educate and kind of share my positivity. And like I said, it's okay. We all have our struggles, right? But it's great to be able to focus on positive things at times. But what's the phrase? Die a hero or live long enough to be a villain. And I don't want to be a villain. And like every single day, my credibility is getting stabbed at. And it's like people are just waiting for something to say, this is why you shouldn't listen to Marcus. They just need something. They need me to either fall or quit or do something. Maybe it's time that I just go away and be a fan for a while. Just, I mean, not go all the way away, but kind of just go away. 30 look, 30 minutes every Sunday night, 30 minutes Saturday night, and that's it. How can you have a number 5 ranked recruiting class and still spend all your time focused on what you don't have? Again, it's what I said the other night. You could have $1 million and get $5 stolen, and you spend $995,000 for a bounty on the person who stole $5,000 from you. It just made me sad today. Maybe I'm emotional. Maybe I've reached the point. Maybe I'll recover tomorrow. Maybe by the time I get to the bottom of this glass, I'll feel better. Mm-mm, mm-mm. There is no more spilling tea. I think I'm retired from being the house snitch. Or, or we may have just had a turn of events, people. Gary Crump may have changed the direction of tonight's show. Cheers, cheers, cheers. MMA quitters. Fair enough, Gary. Gary, my study buddy for the film sessions is awesome. Mm, the film sessions have been great. But my God, if I post these film sessions, see, that's the problem. I can't even post a real film session, a critique film session, because of what people would run with them. It's like the cloud has made our fan base more immature than ever before. Okay, Jared or Jordan, we have one true guard. What do you call that 6'6", 210-pound wing that you saw in Connecticut? What do you call that other 6'5" wing ball handler on Connecticut? What did you call them? Were they true guards? Were they true point guards? No. One was a guy who comes off the screen and shoots the ball, and one was a playmaker. Guard. What do you think is a true guard? What are you doing? What are you doing? What we didn't score in the paint the entire year. Do you not think we need to improve our finishing in the paint around the basket? Our best finisher around the basket was Mike James, and he was a first year player. You don't think the guys he's bringing in are finishers? That's what we need, finishers. Wasn't like we were getting full court pressed and turning the ball over. Mm, mm. What did he say in Pulp Fiction? He said, "I'm tired. I'm trying. I'm trying to be the shepherd." But the truth is, you're the weak and I'm the tyranny of evil men. No, 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 no. Every guard you miss on is the main guard that you wanted. Red State, I need to take a break from social media and just do the night shows. You know what? You might be right. You might be right. But if you're always concerned, then you never celebrate. When do you celebrate? You realize there was one true point guard out of both teams in the national championship game, and that dude was getting exposed because he was too little. Everybody, yeah, yeah. Listen, Rummage can be the resident snitch from now on. Oh no, I need stuff. I still learn stuff from last year. Oh man, then there's that. What's my girl's name? Curry. Haley. What's her name? Not Haley Curry. What's her name? She's nasty. She's pretty nasty. He led the team in scoring 2 years in a row. No, because the video's not mine. I can't do that with the film session. And I don't do any of this for money. I should. But it's just like, I mean, yes, hey, technically we need 3 point guards, we need 3 centers, and we need three perfect or three zone busting shooters, and we need three super athletic wingmen. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, it's like y'all want a ready made everything. Listen, if I have a lady friend who's not a great cook, but she's willing to get in the kitchen, am I going to complain that she's not a good cook or a great cook? Or am I going to appreciate she's willing to get in the kitchen and eventually she'll be a great cook? She'll start to figure out what my taste buds are like. This dude got a top 5 class. I mean, he's getting them in there. Maybe that was a bad example. Didi, you can say that about every position. You know what they used to say? Who do we have to back up Peyton Siva? Because Russ Smith is not a true point. Kevin Ware is not a true point. So, and Russ is not a true point. So, what are we gonna do when Peyton Siva's not in the game? We're gonna win the fucking national championship. I was here. I was here. Who is Luke Hancock gonna guard? He can't do this. Yeah, but Luke is cold with his threes. He's gonna make people have to guard him and blah 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 blah. I mean, it never stops. It just never stops. It never stops. And I mean, and you do understand why I say do that somewhere else. We're literally 21 days. The season ended less than 24 hours ago, and we're sitting in the number 5 ranked spot in all of college basketball as far as incoming. What do we, okay, we need what to win a national championship? Because your expectations after a 5-year cloud is to win the championship. So that's why I mean you need every fuck. What does Kentucky need? What do you think Kentucky needs? What does Kentucky need to win a national championship right now? What do they need added to the roster? No, if seriously, if you were a Kentucky fan, what would you say they needed added to the roster? Okay. Kentucky has Dillingham and and um Wagner. They have big men. They have wings, and Kentucky can say this is our year. So you're also saying if Kentucky, there's still a reason Kentucky won't win the championship. So is that what we all got to do all day long? Just all come up with reasons they won't win. Jordan, I really hope Dillingham doesn't make it to Kentucky. Dillingham scares me more than anything. And everybody, if you think I'm biting at you, like don't take it personal. Maybe I am just a little emotional. I mean, just the panic level disappoints me. I mean, it's not like I said, it's not a championship or bust year. It's right now we're in the phase of rebuilding and talent acquisition, and we're just to say the least, we're off to a hell of a start. Garcia, Francisco Garcia, right? Like, burn some sage. Man, it's been a while. It's been a while. I might be missing sage. I mean, Delquan, you don't think Emmanuel Okorafor is going to get a lot better between now and next season? You don't think Sky Clark is really good? Did I miss a cheers? You don't think Mike James is coming a long, long way? Gosh darn it. I read that too. River City, you deserve better than this. River City, let me go to the kitchen and get a refill. Y'all deserve better. Okay. Maybe I will do some snitching now. Y'all deserve a better. Oh. Where's my aloe vera and my sage? And what else do I need? Aloe vera, sage, and a positive attitude. Bang, bang. Thank you, Michelle. Are we going to do a heavy pour? Or are we going to do a light pour? Who knows? I guess I just get what I get. Maybe I'll do a little. Lauren, you got me in trouble. I got spammed during the show. Did y'all see me have to shut down the show today because I got spammed? Where was Lauren at? She left me hanging, y'all. Okay. Okay. River City Entertainment Group. Cheers, 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 good sir. Cheers. Donovan, 40 points in the last game. I love being so ashamed. I used to think Donovan was relying on his athleticism so much, but boy, I'm so glad Donovan proved me wrong. He got his step back game, he got his first step game. Donovan, I can't wait. And Donovan Mitchell's closer now. Donovan is closer now. So Donovan can be here all summer, get my guys right. Look, Donovan got his money right too. So now he can work out and be confident. Donovan's going to come here and take some of my dudes up to Cleveland with him for a week or two. Emmanuel's going to be awesome. Mike James, he's a dog. Y'all go back and watch some of this. Mike James is a dog. I'm mad at JJ Trainer, but he's starting to get off his feet. He's starting to get off his feet. I mean, he's still tentative on everything, but it's like, JJ, you got to be willing to get embarrassed. You got to be willing to get dunked on to dunk on somebody. You got to be willing to get blocked to go be great. You got to be willing to get shook to be a good defender. JJ is missing the willingness to go all out. He is missing that. We're not going to have a bunch of projects on the team anymore. Right? So JJ is either going to is going to be great starting in the summer. Either he is going to go all out, or he's just going to be a fan favorite that just comes in there and maybe he makes a play or two or not. Like, he'll get bumped down the ladder quick. Or if he works aggressively and works with intent, he's going to be awesome. But either way it goes, it's not going to be like trying to motivate JJ. If JJ's not self-motivated this summer, we're just gonna clap our hands for him. If he's self-motivated, motivated, I can't think of whatever the word is, self-aware of what he can bring to the table. It's like, that's the great thing. That's the best part about JJ Trainer is he had a year where the coach believed in him 100%, and the coach dragged and pleaded and tried to get the most out of JJ, and he got a lot better and he got a lot more confident. But it's like, okay, he's done everything he can. He's not going to have to. He can't. The coaching staff will not be able to hold JJ's, or they won't have to hold his hand at all. Now you're dropping him into a much more competitive environment. The best soul food in the Ville. I need to start a series on that. Mm-hmm. DeShondre Washington. Where's he at? Yeah. The Angel Caitlin thing is about people making it about something other than sports. I think sports won. Sports won if you keep it in If you keep it in sports, if you love sports, sports wins. If you like drama, take that somewhere else. mm, mm. King Dom, I know what you're saying, but it's like JJ has the physical stuff, but not they are different positions, different styles. Ah, everyone. Michelle dropped in to support the channel. Everybody. Michelle Lear, let's get a good cheers in. Cheers, 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 cheers. Mm. But here's the thing. Every single night that we miss on a player and people start overreacting and trying to pin some complaints on Kenny Payne, I am even making a list now. I am even going to be old takes exposed guy. Kenny Payne, you know what? It looks like y'all been fake about the top 5 class. Y'all were just waiting for him to miss on somebody. And when you say miss on somebody, let's say it again. If you recruit the top 50 players, if you get 3 of the top 50 players, you're probably in a top 8 class, which means there's going to be 44 to 47 players you're not going to get. Now, if you're going to whine and bitch and moan and complain about the 44 players that you don't get out of the top 50, then you're going to be whining and moaning and complaining all of your life, all of the season. Literally, the top, okay, let's just say the top 20 high school players, the top 20 portal guys, and the top 10 grad transfers. Those are the 50 best players to add to your team. And we managed to get a combination that has us in the top 5 in the country. Anything negative said outside of that, listen, I'll even play your game about, hey, he needs to push him harder on rebounding, push him harder on turnovers, push him harder on this. But as far as talent acquisition, out of the 20 high school, 20 college transfers, and 10 grad transfers, you're telling me your combination out of that pool has landed you top 5, and you'd rather get on social media or come to Midnights or come to Made for the Ville. Do y'all remember that the name of the YouTube channel is Made for the Ville? MADEFORTHEVILLE. Made for the Ville. My email address. So anybody that wants to do business with me, talk to me, correspond with me, buy me dinner, made for the Ville at Gmail. MADEFORTHEVILLE. And I never thought I'd see the day where Made for the Ville has a number 5 recruiting class, and people can't wait to try to find a complaint about the recruiting class, this top 5. Hey, I'd like to see this added to the roster. I'd like to see this. But the negative, oh my God, he's oh my God. So you think somebody goes from taking what he had last year to a top 5 recruiting class, and you think that's the standard? Oh, just like last year. He kept everybody who committed to come play for Louisville under a cloud that you might get 3 years postseason ban. Damn. Y'all don't think he had to keep that? Give him a chance to earn it? You savages. You animals. And it's okay to never be happy with your team. If you want to complain about Louisville basketball, that's okay. But don't bring it here. And I judge you if you can't stay off social media without finding something new to complain about. I don't want to correspond with you on social media because you're not complimenting enough. It's incredible to have a top 5 recruiting class. It's incredible. After 5 years of NCAA cloud, 7 years of NCAA cloud, to be back at a top 5 recruiting class, that is impossible. Yet we managed to do it. And yet we managed to gloss over it and start going right back to complaining about who we didn't get. A 6-foot point guard that chose a school who's going to have 3, maybe 4 players drafted. Is that a miss? If Rick Pitino was the coach and he missed out on a point guard at a school who just had 3 guys go in the first round, what would you say? Don't even answer because I already lived it. Rick, all right, man. Rick Pitino got to go. I mean, he just lost a recruit to Kentucky. Well, yeah. Well, Kentucky has 4 guys going in the first round. Well, Rick Pitino can't get it done. Yeah, but okay, but Rick is good at identifying talent. Well, if he can't get the guys over California, well, Kentucky uses Nike, and Nike is buying all the players for them. Yeah, but the game's just passing by. Now Rick is gone. Hey, I mean, Kenny Payne's not doing it like Rick. I lived it. For years and years. He probably used Louisville to jack up the price like the other coaches did. You mentioned Bruce Pearl, he got a raise. You mentioned Bryce, whoever, you got a raise. All these coaches that use Louisville get the price jacked up. You think a player who's getting advised by an agent doesn't know how to use Louisville to get the price jacked? We might have never had a shot. So every player, so you're okay with people using the Louisville name to get a price jack or an NIL, extra deal, because it's your opportunity to mess with Kenny Payne about it. Is that what we're doing? Fresh off the cloud. And Gary, it's not, I'm even making the point, it's not just Kenny Payne. Again, we were number 1 in the country with Chris Mack. Chris Mack's a psychopath. We were fresh off, we were in the middle of the cloud with Chris Mack. He went and got all these even Chris Mack was number 1. And then even Chris Mack in his last year couldn't get the guys to play worth a damn. All these coaches have extremes. I'm not mad at anybody. I've been a little frustrated. I really didn't like Ethan Moore's tweet. And again, y'all, I know Ethan Moore. I watched 1,000 games with Ethan, or not 1,000. I watched games with Ethan Moore. I know he's insane. I don't think Ethan Moore knows the damage he does. Like Ethan Moore, what is it? The longest running Louisville sports show in the city. I think Ethan Moore was the first guy to start talking about Chris Mack's swoon. But Ethan Moore also wanted Chris Mack. I think Ethan Moore and Didi are kind of alike. It's just you can't help but to stare at the flaws constantly. You're a Louisville fan, but you can't help but stare at the flaws. You did it with Rick, you did it with Bobby, you did it with everybody. Mm. Also, notice there was a heavy African influence in the paint in the national championship game from both teams. Actually, a lot of the teams had a heavy international influence. On three had Jeff Brom, like the number 9 ranked coach in the ACC. Okay, 30 seconds left, y'all. Ooh. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go. Hold on, hold on. Good night, y'all.